But wait, there's more. Welcome back to the Sonic Boomers channel. I'm Pete.
And I'm Maureen.
A newcomer to the cruise ships offering residences at sea, offering a new twist.
More information on Storyline Residentship.
An enhancement to help make it more affordable.
And some questions from you, our listeners.
So let's talk about some more cruise options.
Yes, this is kind of exciting. As we predicted that this is going to become more popular and there's probably going to be more and more options for you as time goes on. One newcomer to the stage is a new cruise option. It's called Fable Voyages Residence at Sea.
Now, again, we want to point out this is for people who have decided to live out their life on the sea.
Right. So for those of you that were interested, Villa V, we went into great detail with on our last podcast.
Right.
This cruise option on Fable Voyages is about the same. They offer pretty much the same amenities, but there's one very important difference that may tip the scale for you, and that is that you can bring your cat or your dog to live with you on Fable Voyages. That's not possible on the other ships.
Now, what if you have a great big, like a Great Dane or something?
Well, there are size restrictions. I doubt that they're going to have a big bull mastiff allowed on board. But if you've got a small to medium sized dog, it's allowed.
Yeah, and that certainly is a consideration for a lot of our viewers and listeners that, yeah, I have fur babies. What do I do with them if I decide to live on a cruise ship?
Right. So the Fable Voyages, their ships are a bit larger than the Villa V. They are going to have an average between 900 and 1,200 rooms, and they can accommodate 1,000 to 2,400 residents. Mm-hmm. So it's a bit bigger.
With lots of good amenities.
We mentioned Storyline in the last episode, and we didn't have a lot of information. We have some more to share with you. The ship is going to have 20 restaurants and bars, all included. It has 18 decks, so it's quite a large ship. It's going to have a microbrewery on board, so you would love that.
Oh, yeah.
It has three...
Put my bed right in there.
It has 3 pools, and something different that they're offering is a health and wellness coverage, including annual exams. So that takes away some of the trepidation we had about what happens if you get sick. Mm. Now, it's not a foolproof thing, but it is a little bit extra, and this is all included in your fee. And it also allows you to share your experience with visitors and family on board. So that makes it a little bit different than some of the others.
That's a pretty good deal.
Now,
I'd be curious to know how much money Storyline costs.
It's about the same as Villa V, a little bit more, but considering how much bigger it is and how much more you're getting, it's pretty much in line.
Enough to maybe tip the table for some people.
It might be. Villa V, we were talking about how to make these things more affordable. Mm-hmm. Villa V has come out with a new option, or a passport program. They call it the Golden Passport. Got nothing to do with a real passport. It's a coupon type thing that they offer on Villa V. What it does is offer you free cruises for life with a one-time purchase price from $99,999 to $299,909, and it's tiered by age.
And that covers you for life.
For life, with this Golden Passport.
This is probably cheaper than living in the city in a facility of that size.
I'm pretty sure it is.
So this is looking increasingly attractive, I think.
It does. And with this Golden Passport, they are also now offering medical care, including annual checkups. So again, they are considering some of the needs of the senior passengers. And the passport will allow you to transfer within the Villa V fleet, so you can try other ships as rooms are available. So if you get tired of the one and you want to go on a different ship, or maybe one that's going to different ports, you can, with this Golden Passport, transfer
under the Villa V banner.
Yes, of course. You're not going to go on Carnival or something,
No, we're not going on Carnival.
So this is a thing that can make it possibly more affordable.
Right.
So it's all, the news is all good. Now, we had a couple of questions that came up.
Yeah, we love your questions. So always put your questions in the comments below. Don't send them to our Facebook pages because, again, it doesn't count as interaction on the YouTube algorithm. If you have comments or questions, make sure that you put them in the comments. We read them all and we answer them all.
We do our best. So one question that came up, and it's a very valid one. What happens if the cruise line goes bankrupt? The ownership might be purchased by another company. And if that's the case, your holdings probably will be absorbed into the deal and you probably won't see anything. It's kind of like when your bank gets taken over.
Right, it's
your
transparent.
account, everything stays the same. If you are an out-and-out owner, you might do better than people that have only partial leases on the cruise cabins. The people with the partials might have a more difficult time recouping their losses. So it pays to do your research before buying, and apparently you can get insurance to cover insolvency, but you have to know to ask for it. Now, another question that came up is, what happens as the ships age and need refurbishing? Now, we see this happen on the big cruise lines.
Sure.
Every 5 to 10 years, they're pulling them out into dry dock and doing a rehaul on them and recarpeting, repainting, adding lounges, adding furniture, redoing stuff. And while this is happening in the big cruise lines, it's dry docked. It's not going anywhere. Nobody's on board.
Yeah,
so
your home is out of commission.
So what happens if this is your home? This is a different scenario. If they take it out of commission, you're homeless, basically. So what happens? They give you an onboard credit or an option to switch cabins. Now, this works if it's like a partial redo on the boat, so that maybe your cabin might be affected, but not all the cabins. So if there's one available, you can do a switch, and you don't have to get off the boat, and you don't have to be inconvenienced.
But you are doing a switch, so you've got to move all of your stuff into that new cabin or temporary cabin.
But the crew would probably assist you in that. But
I would hope.
Well, I think so, because even if you do like back-to-back cruises, and sometimes you don't get the same room the second time around, the crew moves your stuff. So I would think that in a case like this, that would be the case. But whatever, they would give you the onboard credit or the option to switch. And the thing to consider, though, is refurbishing could be as soon as every 3 years, and probably like at least 5 years.
That's good and it's bad. It's bad because you've got to move.
Exactly.
It's good because if somebody came into our home and said, hey, we're going to refurbish your home every 3 years. We're going to paint and we're going to change carpeting and we're going to do this, that, and the other thing. And I'd say, hey, come right over.
Yeah, but you're not being put out. That this is a little different. You'd be put out. So again, it's something to consider. We're not saying yay. We're not saying nay. We're
just saying go in with your eyes open.
Exactly. So this is kind of our update on what you might still want to know about cruising at sea for life.
A nice short edition of the Sonic Boomers, kind of bite-sized for your listening pleasure, and good for me because I'm not going to spend 2.5 hours in the editing suite working on it. Hey, we've got a new Sonic Boomers coming up for you next Thursday. Remember, we put the show up every Thursday morning at 9 a.m. sharp. You can also listen to our podcast on any platform that you can listen to podcasts. And now, before you leave, do us a big favor. If you found our shows enjoyable, informative, if you like them in any way, If you think Maureen and I are sexy, make sure that you give us a like and subscribe, because that really helps us with the algorithms and we reach more and more listeners. So until next week, I am Sexy Pete.
And I'm Sexy Maureen.
Bye-bye. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I think that's a take.